Megan Hicks of I Run Far, and I'm here on the island of Reunion. It's the day after, I guess the day after?
Yes, that's yeah.
Now the day after the 2016 Diagonale de Fous. I'm with women's second place finisher, Juliette Blanchet. Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well.
I'm just meeting you at this race this week. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a climate scientist.
Yeah, exactly. I am a researcher, so I live in France, and I am actually kind of a mathematician, and I do researches on global warming and climate, and trying to understand if human activity have an impact on global warming and stuff like that.
So does human activity have an impact on global temperatures?
Unfortunately, yeah, temperature, and I work more on precipitation, but as well, precipitation as well, yeah.
Well, this is our first time interviewing you, but you are not a new trail and ultra runner. You have been at this sport for about 8 years now?
Yeah, actually, I don't know exactly when I started to run ultra trail, but something like that, 8 years ago, yes. But this season I did lots of ultra races, and each year a bit more races and a bit longer, and it's like that.
Did you come to trail running from road running, or how did you find your way to our sport?
Well, when I started running, I saw people running on the road, and I heard, one of the most famous is Paris Marathon, and my parents live in Paris, so I started running Paris Marathon. But I had fun, but it was not like a passion. I liked it, and my results were just not very, very good, but it was not the point. And then I moved to Switzerland in Davos. It's a small research area in the Grisons part of Switzerland, so in the German part where there are lots of mountains. And there I discovered that, yeah, and there I saw people running in the mountain. So we can also run in the mountain. Maybe I can go out of the road and try something like that. And so I started running in the mountains, and I had lots of fun, and this became a passion.
And was it a natural transition from training or running in the mountains to doing trail races, or how did the racing component start for you?
Yeah, I started with kind of short, not very short, but maybe 40 kilometers, and then 50, 60, and I thought maybe I can try my first 100 kilometers, and then maybe I can try the 100 miles. And now, I don't know. But
yeah, now what?
Now what? I don't know. I still, we'll see. I can say it now, but maybe something longer.
Okay, maybe something longer.
Maybe. I don't know exactly yet. We'll see.
I want to ask you about the specifics of the race yesterday, but I also want to ask you about your experience with Réunion Island. This is your second time here.
Yeah.
In 2014, right? You were here and you finished second place. A really good result the first time you came. It's quite far out here in the middle of the Indian Ocean. What brought you back for a second time?
Well, this race is very special. Everybody talks about it. Everybody in the island, they just live for this race during this time. And I mean, I did not find it anywhere else, and I just I would like to live this again. It's such an experience, really. Just running it, participating to this race, it's great. And I mean, it's a motivation for me, having all these people supporting us and cheering us on. It's great. What I have observed at this race is that there's a really strong cultural component. I mean, a lot of times when you're in a long mountain race, it's the nature component is the predominant one. Here, maybe culture, is a stronger element than nature. Like, what is your thoughts on all of that? Yeah, usually when you run an ultra trail, for example, in the villages you see people, and then during hours and hours you are alone in the nature, and you need to be in your own stuff and just things going on. But every 10 seconds you meet someone, and they were all, because my name was on the bib, so they all knew my name, and they all say, "Oh, come on, Juliette, you're second, Juliette." Every 10 seconds it was like that, and it was great. So I tried to thank everybody who said, "Oh, go on." At the beginning, "Oh, thank you." After a while I was kind of tired, so it was,
I don't have words left.
Yeah, it was, but still, this is great. I mean, it's something so special, They love this race. It's great.
The act of running 100 miles over challenging terrain like this is a very internalized experience. Like you have to be monitoring yourself internally
Yeah.
for 28, 30 hours. Is putting forth that energy externally?
Yeah.
Is that a challenge? Does it distract you? Like, how is that for you?
Well, this is something that I like having to have. Well, all this part you have the physical part, like being ready to race this kind of long races, but also well mentally and all the people supporting me behind the screen, my family and so on. All this is so. I mean, for me, it gives me lots of energy, and I just want to do something to have a good result for me, for the other, for I don't know. It's kind of a whole package.
Okay,
Yeah.
a whole package.
Yeah.
So let me ask you about your race. I saw you at many different points along the course, and you just seem so calm the entire time. Even watching you among the craziness of the starting line, you were just calm. Did you feel that way on the inside?
I think it's the way I am. I
Okay,
don't know.
okay.
Maybe I'm someone calm, and you're right. On the starting line, I don't know. I was calm. I just now it will start. I will have to run, and I don't know. I think it's not something special for me. It's just the way I am, and yeah.
Some runners you could see kind of got caught up in the energy, or chose to participate in the energy of the starting line. They were woo like this, but then some runners were like, didn't seem as affected by it. Like, did you have to intentionally tell yourself, stay calm?
No, actually, but I remember that Andrea was just behind me, and I saw that she was dancing with the music. I thought, oh, this is strange, we will run a race, and she's dancing. For me, it's like, no, this is not something that I will do, but why not?
For her, why not, right?
Yeah, why not? I mean, everybody's different, and if it's the way she wants to do, why not? It's just, this is not what I would have done, and
Let me ask you about your race specifically. When the race starts off at nighttime, you have 8 hours in the dark.
Yeah.
What was the nighttime like for you in terms of the race?
Well, I'm not sure I understood.
Like the first, basically third of the race takes place in the dark.
Okay.
You're running along the sea, and then you start climbing into the volcanic highlands. Can you sort of describe how the race unfolded during the night for you?
Okay. Well, for me, the start is always difficult because I know that I am less fast than lots of runners. So my ranking at the beginning is always not very good, but I say, well, okay, it's the way I am. I'm not able to run very fast, but my quality, I will say, is the fact that I'm very regular. And I know that, I think maybe in Domaine Vido, Notre-Dame de la Paix, so after a few hours I was 8th or something like that in the women. So my brother, he sends me messages saying, well, you're 8, don't worry, it's okay.
You're 8, don't worry.
But I mean, I know it's like that, and I don't know, regularly like that. I overtook one girl and another one. And actually, I was the second, I think, in Marabout, so it's already at maybe after it was 4 a.m. in the morning.
Right.
And after
about
that,
50K or something
50K.
like that.
And then I thought, okay, now I need to try to keep this second place because I knew that Andrea was already far. And but I like very much running in the dark and in the night. I know everything is so different, the sounds, everything, and you have always the impression that you went fast in the dark.
I'm moving so quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's only 10 kilometers when it's flat, but you have the impression that you fly. So it's good for me because I'm not fast.
That's fantastic. I love it.
And when the sun shines again, no, I'm not fast at all.
One of the key parts of the race is the 40 kilometers inside of the Cirque du Mafat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was that like? I mean, there was a little bit of rain, there was clouds, there was hot sun, there was humidity, there was unending ups and downs and rocks and stairs.
Yeah. Well, this part is very long, you're right, but we didn't have lots of rain. They forecasted some rain, but actually it was not very humid, but it was warm. And I remember between Sillaos and Taibit Pass, so it's maybe 1,000 meters, even more maybe, elevation gain. and it was very warm, and lots of people had to go back, and they could not. So I think this was one of the most difficult parts. And after that in Mafat, well, it was of course difficult, but I would say, well, the warmest part was between Silaos for me and the Taipei part.
Oh, interesting. So just before you actually started going down into the cirque.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The race, you have this gigantic 2,000 meter climb up to Maido, the highest point in the course at 115 kilometers. But after that, you still have 50K to go and some really tough terrain.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you able to hold yourself together so that you could feel strong on the last 50K?
Yeah, it was an advantage, I think, for me to have already done this race, because last time in Maido I was still tired, and after that I know that it never ends. This race, it's just never easy. It's always difficult, always stones, always roots, and so after you need to be still very fit in Maido to be able to have a good last part.
Right.
And so going from Maido to Sanssouci, it's a very long way down, almost 2 hours for me. And it never stops at the beginning. You go down, and then another bump, and you look at your watch. But when do we go down? I need to go to the sea, and it's so long.
Okay.
And after that, still a lot of difficulties for us, roots, stones. So you're right. You need. Well, it's a race. It's a very difficult race. You need to be fit along the whole race.
Can you try to describe for potential people watching who might want to do this race what the final descent is like? Because it's terrible is not the right word. It's a very difficult descent. And the whole time you're just a couple kilometers from the finish. You can see the stadium, but you're on a very difficult trail. Can you describe what that trail is like?
Yeah, well, you're right. It's very difficult, and it's all the most difficult that you've already run 150 kilometers or something like that. It's easy to describe. It's like that with stone and roots, and you cannot run. It's just the only way to go down is to jump. So you need to jump, and you're like that. Just so it's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare,
but it's a great race. Just do it.
Just do it.
No. Yeah, it's difficult because at the beginning lots of roots. So each time that you put your feet, it's always like that.
Okay.
And after that, it's more rocks and just technical, but it's fun. And at the end, you're right. You can see the lights, but it's still far, a few kilometers. But I think it took me maybe a bit less than 1 hour. So it's not like 5 hours going down.
It eventually ends, is what you're saying.
Yeah. At the end, you see the stadium.
My last question for you, you've had lots of great results with your racing this year, but 2 fantastic ones. 2nd place this weekend and 4th place at UTMB a couple months ago. Are you walking away from your 2016 season satisfied?
Not yet. I will see. So now I just want to recover from this race, to have some more holidays. I will go to Myanmar with my boyfriend. And often just stop running, just tourism, don't think about this, no Facebook, not all these things. And then I will start thinking about next season, we'll see. There are many races that I would like to run. I would like to travel while running because I think I would like to run hard rock race in the US. But it's difficult because there is a draw, and you need to apply for this. This is not something that we have in France. And I have never applied, and I know that you have more chance when you try.
So will you put your name in?
Probably I will apply for this race, and we will see. Yeah, this is something I would like to do very much.
Racing in America.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe. Yeah.
Well, fantastic result this weekend, Juliette. It's been great to meet you and watch you race. Congrats on your 2nd place.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.